Hello there, Virgo. Let's get your. Oh, so I was going to say, let's get your. And then a bunch of cards just fell out. Let's get your weekly messages for April 19th through the 26th. We're moving into your sister sign season of Taurus. And for me, as a sun in Virgo, I usually have a pretty good time in Taurus season. It's because it's late spring. Things are like I took a little hike yesterday on the trail, and the warm sun was warming up the leaves, and I could smell the oils coming out of the leaves, and it smelled so good. It was so amazing. I love this season. And really it's about, you've started to sow seeds in earlier in like Capricorn and Pisces season. You've sown some seeds of the new things. You shed in Aries season. You're shedding the old garbage so that you can, like, pulling out the weeds, right? So that you can watch the things that you've planted really take off, and you can see progress happening in Taurus season. Real progress happening on the things that you've been working on. And Virgos love to see progress on their hard work. So the first thing, I don't know if all of these cards that came out in a stack here, if they all will pertain to all of you, but here it is, right? The balance of the feminine and masculine. So I think a lot of you are going to have a pretty good week when it comes to your romantic relationships, but just make sure that, like gender, like the whole gender balance. When you're in a relationship with another person, like, no matter what the gender configuration of your couplehood is, just try to be balanced about it. Let's clarify that a little bit. I feel like it's like being mindful of making sure, like, if you're identifying as feminine in the relationship, make sure that, how am I saying this? It's like the proper advice. The proper advice is that sometimes, okay, I'm going to be clear. Sometimes as the feminine, we can become more masculine, and in the process look like or behave like we're just a mother. And the opposite, when we're in our masculine, or we identify as masculine, when we swing too much to the feminine, it's like detrimental it's detrimental in our ability to get up and do things in the world, right? We just kind of lay around, and anyway. So try to have a healthy balance where you're not pushing too hard, or you're not taking too much. Try to have that good balance. Look up that list of feminine and masculine qualities for each gender, depending on which one you identify with. Anyway, I don't know enough about that to go on and on, but there it is. I always identify this card with Taurus season. The Seven of Pentacles is all about watching your crop grow, all right? Watching the stuff that you've been doing continue to develop. And with that, the advice for Virgo is, don't nitpick your work. Let it develop on its own. This is a week that's not about working really hard. It's a work about just doing the steady things that need to be done. So this guy's holding his stick that he might scratch around in the dirt a little bit to pull a few weeds, but otherwise he's not like doing too much to the crops, or he might damage them and reduce the yield, right? So it's just like, just do the little basic things that need to be done regarding your work in the world, but don't do too much, because the abundance is coming, the harvest is coming. So don't dwell on how much the harvest is going to be, whether or not things that are happening is going to damage the harvest. Just go on autopilot when it comes to that stuff. Two of Wands. Some of you are thinking about the future, thinking about things that you'd like to be doing, and trying to decide what's best for you. I advise journaling. journaling about what gives me pleasure, journaling about what makes me happy. So yeah, look at those writing prompts. There's many, many, many on Pinterest or online. The prompts that, or Instagram, the prompts that are like, what things make me jealous of other people? Where do I feel like what do I feel like I would love to do, right? Yeah, I'm feeling like that's a really good one. When I feel jealous of someone else, that means that's something that I actually want. So I kind of welcome that feeling in a way. So it's like, what do I want? This is the what do I want card, okay? And you know that it's something that it's something that you want when you feel like, why can't I have that? Sometimes we confuse what we want with what other people want for us or what other people say we should want. And so this is something to keep in mind. To clarify what it is that we actually want and what it is that we're told that we should want. Clarify that. That's what the journaling's all about. Is that something I really, really want? Is that something that I actually give a shit about? Okay, finally we had the Magician, but it was in the reverse. You're being reminded that you, as you are, is a conduit for the universe. So pointing up at the heavens with the wand, an energy from the universe, from source, from God, comes through you and goes out through your hand. So remember, whenever you feel down, Virgo, this week, whenever you feel down, just remember that you are a tool for the divine. So when you are inspired to do something, it is your duty. It's your duty. It's your duty to carry it out. Okay, lots of different things going on. Pick and choose which pieces of information were for you, even if it's all of them. Love you, Virgo. I'll see you later.